Welcome to the True Colours podcast, where we share our views on life, relationships, and culture, exploring big questions and providing simple answers to them, with your hosts, Jay Clare and Sally Olver.
True Colours podcast, episode 13.
What?
Yes, I think it's 13. I think I'm counting right. I think 13.
You know that one of our four listeners is going to go, you know what? No, it's 12.
Yeah, hopefully someone's keeping tabs.
Yeah. Clearly.
And you know what? It's kicked right into the festive season, Southstar.
Oh, dude, you know how I feel about this. You know
I
how I feel.
I got the tree up. Putting the tree up with the daughter, it is such a fun experience. Even though I didn't really do much, I put the tree together.
Oh, you're sweet to describe it like that.
What's that?
That is so sweet for you to, like, I felt that enthusiasm.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, nah, Matt, can you do it? Every year. Matt is the one who's like, if it wasn't for Matt, it would be a very dark Christmas.
Yeah, I don't do the decorating. It would look like trash if I put it together. But the girls have done a really good job. The bauble work is mint.
Now, hang on. Did Annie do it, though?
Annie and Lucy, yeah.
Well, but Annie was the, creative director, right?
Annie was the creative director.
Yeah, in all fairness. So I can imagine. I would imagine that the tree looks absolutely stunning. Ours, on the other hand, is like, it's like, why are we still using tinsel?
We got tinsel on ours.
No way! And it looks good.
A nice singular silver.
The single sylph.
Yeah.
Single sylph.
Yeah, mix it up.
All right.
It's almost like a white Christmas tree. It's very...
Yeah, look, this is leading straight into my argument. Like, why? Why? Why do we have fake trees in our house? Why do we have snowflakes? It's Australia. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm very passionate about this. I'm not a fan. Which is interesting.
Let me introduce the topic of conversation.
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, I just get a little bit. Yeah, I'm excited.
What we're talking about today is the festive season, Christmas,
and
the commercialization of Christmas. Is it a good or a bad thing?
Okay, I might go off on a rant, so maybe it's better if you lead.
This is my thoughts on Christmas. I love Christmas. I think it's an amazing time.
That's awesome, babe. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's great. Like now, I actually used to be a bit of a poo-pooer, and then family happens, and I think just seeing how excited Lucy gets for it and stuff, it's very cool.
Yeah.
So I try and make the Christmas spirit alive as much as I can. You know what happened to us?
Tell me. What?
Because we ordered Lucy's gifts online.
Yeah.
The package rocked up. They didn't bloody cover the image in the box. Like there's still a bike on the box.
So she saw it.
By time she's early, and we're like, Santa got the date wrong. We better return it to him.
Santa fail.
So Kmart, you need to get your act together. That was poor form.
That's poor form, Kmart. I would expect more from K-Town. I would have thought they would have been a little bit more on the ball. But
I think Annie did a good job.
I'm sure she did. Arguably, in the defense of K-Town, because I'm a fan, I don't think it's really their responsibility. I think that's outside of what they're responsible for.
As a marketer, you should know everything is customer experience, and for them,
It's K-Town though, so they don't care.
No, well, why do they make their stores all jazzy and shit? They should just have look like Bunnings. Just
Full
put shit on the shelf.
industrial.
Yeah, here's a bit of Lego on the 8th shelf. Better get it off there.
Why so high? Why?
The stuff at Bunnings is so poorly laid out. It's not funny. It's
But they can.
I reckon
They
there's a
can
guy in
do
the morning.
things.
A guy in the morning on what are those forklifts? He's just running around on those and just pissing shit into the things. That'll do.
Who's going to complain?
Oh, it feels like a warehouse in here.
Yeah, we're the leading hardware house in the country, so whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put this mop in the painting aisle because I can.
The funniest bit about that is how they actually had a tough opponent there for a while. They're Masters. Masters come in and they're like, we're going to make our stores nice and shiny. Bright lights, everything well organized. Everyone's like,
big mistake.
not Bunnings Warehouse.
No. You know what? I think people, if you're going at that price point, people are not expecting. All they want is to get in and get out at a cheap cost. They don't need it to look good. If you are going to K-Town, you don't need for it to look like a boutique store. You don't need that. You just want the bargains, right? So I think, am I wrong?
You just want the bargains.
I'm just going straight to the rack with the yellow stickers that say clearance.
Oh, clearance. I just showed this the other day at Target. I was like,
yellow stickers.
What's going on? Why is everything really small or really big? I can't find it in the middle. That's what it is. It's just like the midgets and the obese section are left over.
That is so true. Yeah, I normally when I'm going clearance, I'm getting things for the kids, and like you said, it's really big, so I'll save it for when they grow into it.
You're officially a Mauritian mum. I'll buy it and save it for when they're bigger. Oh, that is just gold.
My mum and my dad, for Christmas, say Sam's 10, right? They'll buy him a size 16.
Hopefully he gets there.
It's okay. He'll grow into it. He'll grow into it.
This is a perfect segue into the Christmas chat. I know we haven't really even spoken about it yet, but I love the fact that it becomes this big festival of people just buying stuff.
I can't manage. I can't.
I used to love how my mum used to be similar to that, but with Christmas parents, you'd be like, Christmas presents. Sorry. Christmas presents.
Yep.
And they'd be like, oh, I could buy this now. It's on special after Christmas.
Yeah.
And this will be good for so-and-so in 3 years' time.
Absolutely. That's my girl right there. Because, and this is my problem. It's like if you're selling something, okay, you can get Christmas wrap for 50 cents. But if you were to buy it now, it's $12. That's not okay. That is
so the
not
market works.
Okay.
Have you noticed how you probably don't? Your lovely husband probably buys you roses all the time.
No, and for that reason, I'm like, don't buy me roses, man, because they die. It's a waste of money. I would rather you buy me a multi-size Milo with that money. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, I would rather that than roses. I'm like, yeah, they're cool, but I'm not that girl. Some girls I've got loads of friends that love receiving flowers and whatever, and that's cool. That's all right. But I don't see the value because flowers are expensive, bro.
And he got me roses this year.
Oh,
Yeah, it was my first year. Was it this year that I stopped? Yeah, I think it was this year that I was out of the vegan club.
Right.
And for this Valentine's, she gave me bacon roses. It was epic. It was very cool.
Bacon roses, dude.
Bacon
Well,
roses.
can you see, like, there's value there for you?
Yeah,
I think
I got to eat my roses.
Oh, you got value, right? So I think that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. What do you value, right? And so I'm really happy to hear that you have a great positive attitude towards Christmas. That's awesome. That's great.
It's what I was saying to you. Kind of, I think it was it last week or the week before. I think where my mind has gotten is each to their own. Like people want to get into it and they want to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. But the purpose of this segment and the purpose of our podcast is to share our ideas on how and I absolutely 100% support that. Like I would never, like if some dudes go all out for Christmas, right? They love it. They've decked their houses out. Looks amazing. Like I would never go into that and go, you know what? I hate Christmas. I think it's bullshit. Like I wouldn't do that. Right? I wouldn't do that. But if I'm asked, I have no problem in saying that I think the Western way, the Western paradigm for Christmas, I think is appalling. I don't think it's a Western why?
I don't think it's a Western thing.
Don't? Oh yeah, probably not.
Because there's lots of Western countries that aren't.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
It's more of an Americanized.
Yeah, okay.
I would call it.
Yeah,
places
okay. I take your point. I take your point. Yeah.
And Americanized is like consumer-driven society on steroids.
Okay, so I've never, and I think our culture is another reason why I don't get the Christmas thing. Like, so for Christmas, it's like, okay, everyone come around, everyone eat, We do that all the time. Number one, that's what our culture does. We get around a table and we eat together with people that we love all the time, right? So for me, I'm like, I don't understand why people are making such a big deal out of it on this one occasion. Like for us, that sort of atmosphere happens frequently, right? That's first. So I've never seen the point in like, oh, but the whole point is we get together and we share and we eat and whatever. And I'm like, okay, so how's that different to just a Sunday lunch at my grandma's house? I don't get it, right? So there's that. Then there is the whole thing of the consumption thing makes me feel ill to my stomach. It's too much. It's just too much. Like I'll never forget, and Matt and I looked at each other and go, okay, we're never going to do that again. So our kids were small, and you know we were like what you're saying, like it's really cool, like you know what they love, and you're going to buy them because you can, and you know whatever, and you want to spoil your kids and treat them and whatever. But we went overboard this one Christmas, and
overboard. I can't wait to hear this.
No kidding, right? By the end, they had all these presents. By the end, it was like this. They were like, okay, here's a box to demonstrate. They were like, and like, so they were just basically tearing and throwing because there was just too much to get through. And they were actually bored. And it's like, okay, we can't have that. That's disgusting. And that's not their fault. That's our fault for not sort of flagging, okay, we've gone overboard here. They had zero appreciation for what's being given to them. And again, that's not their fault. Like we create, I'm happy to take responsibility for that and say, okay, we overcompensated for whatever reason, I don't know. And half the reason I think another reason I don't like it is I don't think it's cool to buy your kids stuff so you feel good. That, you know what I mean? Like, I think you need to kind of flag that. Like, I'm not saying don't let your kids play with rocks and never buy them anything. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm just saying that sometimes, like, I have noticed the psychology of it. Like, okay, say when my kids were little and they were right into superheroes, I was like, oh my gosh, the Batcave and the Batmobile and Bat Lego and that. Oh, he'll love this. But really, I was doing it for myself.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
Well, I was making myself feel good by buying him like an abundance of stuff. Like, yeah, cool. Like, the kid loves Batman. Buy him a Batcave. That's pretty cool. You don't really have to do much more than that. But we've got it in our society. We've got it in our head. Oh, well, you can't just give him that. Like, what else is he going to play with? It's like, man, those things are like $100.
Do you think that's the norm?
I don't know if it's the norm, but it's not uncommon for people to buy ridiculous amounts of things. And so we've got to a point now where we're like, okay.
Bag of rice.
Yeah. Either having rice or beans. What's it going to be? So legumes. No, so we're like, okay, even this I think is excessive, but whatever. $100 each, and you get to decide, because they're not like.
You know how much you can buy at Kmart for $100?
Well, not toys. Toys are expensive, man. Like, Molly Bell wanted the Barbie.
Are they?
Yes. At K-Town, you've got to get the best prices. They've got the best prices. But if you look around, so Molly Bell wants a Barbie dream house. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's get it. And Matt's like, you realise it's like $200 and something. I'm like, what? A plastic dream house that's not even that big is $200. That's a lot of money. And I want my kids to understand that there's other stuff going on in the world. Like, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I want them to have perspective, dude. I want them to have perspective. I'm not going to go like full minimalist and say, right, you can't have anything. I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, I need them to understand, like, that you should see them, right? They'll go through, you know, Toy World or Big Dub or wherever they're going, and they're like, oh, yep, and I'll have that, and I'll have that, and I'll have that, like, just demanding with absolute confidence and assurance that that's what they're going to get. And my problem with it is that when they have so much stuff, they don't value it. That's my real problem. It's actually not even, I don't like excess because that makes me feel quite ill. But apart from that, it's the fact that they demand so much and then they get it and they don't value it. The only way they're going to start valuing things if it's reduced. And they have to work harder for things. If you just give, then they're going to be brats. And, you know, I am saying all of this for my kids and my family. I am not imposing this on anybody else. What other people do and how they raise their children is absolutely 100% up to them. Because I don't like people telling me how to raise my kids, so I'm not going to tell people how to raise their kids. I'm just saying, for me, I feel physically ill when I see so much stuff around my children and they're not playing with any of it. Or they throw it up against a wall. Oh, this will be fun. Let's break it.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with most of what you're saying. Like, I don't think I would have ever been anyone who hit your crazy spending spree phase.
It's easily done, though. It's easily done.
I'm naturally a tight ass, so I try to get my best bang for buck.
I don't think that's tight ass. I think that's just smart. I just think that's intelligent. I don't think it's tight. I think it's just smart and valuing your money. That's cool.
I think we've spoken about how we do the budgets. You guys have budgets individually. We talk about how we've got our budgets, and I remember when Tigers made the grand final, and I'm like, I'm going to go. Oh my God, it's $330.
Yeah, but I respect that though.
But the thing is, what I did was I bought it, but I paid it off within my own a monthly budget over three months. I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that.
I think that is fine, because in my view, like, you don't know when Tigers are going to get into the granny again. We don't know that, right? So if you look at it from that perspective, it is something you definitely value. You are at every game every week. This is like a passion for you. So for me, I'm like, absolutely, that makes sense to me. I don't look at that as a waste of money, because you appreciated being there.
It's an experience rather than a tangible thing.
And it's an experience. Yeah. So, that's cool, but I don't want to raise my kids to be entitled. I don't want to raise my kids to be demanding. I don't want my kids to, I understand that they are growing up in a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A world of abundance where there's so much of everything.
The best the world's ever been.
Amazing. Like, this guy I know is writing a book about how, we have more than ever, right? More than ever. He's a pediatrician. More than ever. And yet the rates of anxiety and mental illness among our children is higher than ever. Like, what is going on?
I think they really should be doing a study between almost like the middle class of Western countries and that of kids of, like, say, third world countries, to see the difference in attitudes, because I think it has a lot to do with material possessions. Like, I think we've spoken about it before as well, is that concept of the hedonic treadmill. So you get on this cycle of, it's a new car. Oh, my new car. 6 months later, my car. It's just, I want something more now.
Like I told you, like last week, the kids cracked it because we went down to one car for a week, and they were horrified. It's like, do you want to catch the bus, man? Because I'm about to put you on a bus. Like, it's like, they're like, no, we've got to drive in Dad's car. Dad's car doesn't have Bluetooth. We're not going to have Spotify. It's like, okay, this is, and again, I'm not judging them. It's about educating them and saying, you're actually fine. You are, be thankful you're not walking to school, because there are plenty of people that do. It's just a matter of using those.
Did you do that? I did that.
Mate, it was the best. I loved it. Was social time. Like, all the kids in the neighborhood got together and we walked to school. It was amazing. I loved it. But I think it's just about seizing those opportunities, like not going, youth of today, and just rolling your eyes and, just assuming that they should know better, because there's no one telling. We're responsible for that. I'm a huge believer in us being responsible for the raising of our kids. Whatever happens outside is what happens outside, but using those opportunities as learning opportunities to go, hey, I need to expand your perspective on this. And you would be amazed how much they get it. They just go, yeah, okay, all right, fair enough.
I think it's going to be hard to, like, just the society in general. I think people are, this is an old man speaking here, but it's a generation of entitlement to an extent. Like
big time.
You know.
But we don't have to just accept that. We don't just have to go, oh, it's a generation of, and neither of us do that. But what I'm saying is, people have the power to change it. You just don't follow it. You just don't go, like, okay, so just based on principle alone, I will never own a car that has a DVD player in it. That's not going to happen. Unless we win something or whatever, I'm not having a car with a DVD player in it. Because that, I reckon, is just buying into the whole idea.
Can you explain what's the problem with the DVD player?
For my kids, I want them to understand. Because what happens is once you give it to them, you take it away, they think they can't cope.
It's a DVD player in a car, yeah?
Yeah.
So
like, you know those ones
TV.
with the seats? There's a DVD
so they can
player
watch
on the
TV.
seat.
What?
Yeah, never going to happen. No. My kids are not. No.
Just while you're driving?
No. You don't need a screen in the car. You don't need. There is one time in your life where you don't need a screen.
But you got nothing to do.
I'm not anti screens, but I'm not about giving every opportunity to be in front of a screen. They have enough screen time. Lucy's a little bit younger, so you might not really get this until she's a bit older. And the other thing is, you might not have the behavioural problems with your kids that I have with mine.
Yeah.
So I need to be mindful of that. You know what I mean? I need to be proactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't agree with a screen in the car. Why?
Because it's convenient. I've got no problem with it whatsoever.
I've got a massive problem with it. Massive. Why do you need a screen in the car?
You just want to look out a window. Just look out the window. Just look out the window.
We listen to music and we sing and we chat.
Talking?
Yes, I talk to my kids. My kids are my buds. They're my pals, man.
You know what games we used to play when we were kids in the car? I spy with my little eye.
I can't do games, man.
Lucy's playing it now.
No. Are you doing it with colours or letters?
Colours, yeah, colours. So
Is she good?
I spy something with my eye.
I spy with my eye. Love it.
Something that is green. The plant. Yes.
Do you know what my kids do? They change it. So if you get it right, if you go, I spy with my something begins with R, road. No. It's like, I know you're changing it, man. Every time I get it right, they'll change it to something else. Yeah, but no, that's just my opinion. Like, I have got no problem in keeping things a little bit basic. Because I just think things are moving too fast, and I'm not a fan of that. You know this.
You're just following the Christ way.
No, it's got nothing to do with. I'm not Amish.
Do Amish have a belief?
Yeah, they're Christian, but they are.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But they are like full fundamentalists.
They're like.
You know what? I honestly, I think they're onto something. If you want my honest opinion.
All right, mate. What? Get on the horse, buddy.
Get on the horse.
Just gonna get some milk, Mum. That would be ridiculous.
What? I kind of get it. They're like, you know what? We believe what we believe, and people bag us out, and so we'll just take matters into our own hands and just be chill.
There's
Go to the Amish. You know what? They're happy. Leave them.
Something I need to touch on in regards to Christmas. I know you were saying the thing about the gatherings and how you do it all the time. So, but
not so much now because I'm in Perth. But you know what I'm saying.
I do love the fact that it's like an occasion and everyone gets together. Like I might not probably maybe because I don't see my family all the time because driving to the suburbs is far.
That's like a full 30 minutes, man. You know what you should do? Just get a DVD in your car. Sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we do get together, I actually enjoy it. Like there's this like for a couple of reasons. Like I heard this really bizarre stat, which was like, oh, I don't like hearing statistics like that. And it was, think about how many times you see your parents a year.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And then think about how many years they kind of have left. And I was like,
oh, Dad, that's hot. Oh, no. That's
so then you
confronting.
put that in that perspective, you're like, oh, well, I'm going to look forward to seeing my parents and spending time with them because, I don't do it as often anymore. And,
gosh, that's horrible.
Stuff like that. Well, this is reality. So.
It is reality. Well, reality's horrible.
So that's why, to an extent, I'm grateful for those moments. So I make the most of it.
But does it need to be Christmas, dude? For you to.
No, but that's a good. It's a good. We see each other, for different occasions. But I don't know. It's got a marble about it,
Okay. No, but that's good. I wish. Listen, I wish I had the Christmas gene. I don't have it. Point blank. I don't have it. I'm a bit of a Scrooge. I always have been. Because I'm like, I don't get it. Someone explain. You know why? Because
how could I be friends with a Scrooge?
I know, and the weirdest thing is, I'm like so happy every other day of the year. It's weird. Maybe I do like all my celebrating like every other day. So I'm like, what's?
I'm just gonna call you Scrooge McSouster from now on.
Yeah, you can. Many did in high school. They're like, dude, what's up? And I'm like, I don't know. I just can't.
You know what it is?
And I think what?
I know what it is.
What?
You're an only child.
Maybe. It's like, okay.
I think it is.
Presents are open. Now what? Maybe.
Let's go and play with my siblings.
That's right. Don't have any.
Maybe. But I can't even imagine the difference that would be. Like, I think about it now, like, they're two separate lenses of life, right, that we've both lived through. Like, you've had that being the only child, and I had a brother, and later on I had a sister as well. So it's hard to sort of understand the different dynamics an unlived experience is an unlived experience. So you can only take it from the
I think it's a really very valid theory. Like I was probably just bored, going, okay, can we just go to Nana's now?
How many more samosas do I need to eat today?
Yes. So look, there could be definitely something in that, but I would say in this season of my life, I am disgusted and appalled by you go to the shops and everyone is just, they're just off their nuts, man. And it's like, it's okay. You'll get a parking. Chill.
Man, I'm
concerned for your health.
I went to Chadstone on
I
Sunday,
can't. No,
and
please don't tell me.
Like,
I can't.
I got to admit, sometimes I don't like.
See?
That's the part of it I don't like, and that's why I try and do it swiftly and
yes,
done.
Yes.
But there are people who are lining up at stores. What is wrong with these people?
This is okay. This is what I'm talking about.
I think there was a new store. I think in Melbourne, it started in Melbourne, called Culture Kings. Basically, all it is like sneakers, hats, basketball jerseys, and there was a freaking massive line. I'm like,
mate, there should be a line.
You can buy this shit online.
Online, exactly. That sounds like a really cool shop, though. That sounds amazing.
It's just full of. They call them. I'll censor myself. They call them F boys, the style. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bizarre term for a person who dresses like that. What? Why are they called that?
In the next episode, exploration of the F boys.
The F boys. But you know that I meant the expletive F right there. Yeah, right.
That is what I'm talking about. That energy.
It's fine, man.
Not for me, it's not. I don't like it. I have to.
You don't have to like it.
No, but this is the point of our show, is it not? This is the point of our show, to share ideas and thoughts on any given subject matter.
Mm.
And for me, I just can't cope.
All right, Scrooge, we're going to move to the next segment of the show.
Okay, good. Shut up.
I guess I'm going to make a summation. What do you want me to do? Segment. The summation of the last segment was Sally doesn't like Christmas.
It's going to be a no surprise to many, because those who know me know my thoughts.
So let's ring the bells for some Christmas cheer. Ding, 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 ding. We're going to discuss the best Christmas movies of all time.
Come on.
The best Christmas movies. I must start by saying that some people might go, that's not a Christmas movie. But in my books, it's a Christmas movie.
Bring it on.
All right.
Do you know what I used to love? They don't do it anymore, but years ago, I'm talking like in the 80s, they used to do those. Can you remember those puppets? Those reindeer. Can you remember
no,
that?
I thought
The Christmas.
You were talking about the Muppets Christmas carols.
Move on. No. Anyway, come on. Give us your five.
There are. This was actually quite hard. I started with a list of 15. Yes, and then I trimmed my way down. Okay. Then I got to a top 5, and then they jumbled out around. I will start with, this is a top 5, but honourable mentions. Didn't make the top 5, but great movies. Gremlins, because that is like a childhood movie of mine.
Hey, nice one. You've done your research. Nice. Yeah, good. I like it.
The next one is one of those initially like loosely based Christmas movies, but Trading Places.
Oh, come on. Yeah. So good.
And then I think the funniest, which is coming after Trading Places, but I think the funniest Christmas movie of all time is Elf.
It's on my list, man. Absolutely.
Of
all time. I swear, if you don't have funny. Elf, if you don't have Elf on your top 5, obviously you hadn't seen it, because that is. The kids and I watch that like during the year. We watch Elf a lot because it's just unbelievable.
They didn't make the top 5.
They didn't make the top 5. Okay.
They were honourable mentions.
Okay.
If I had a top 8, they would be in there.
Yeah. Come on, Elf didn't make a top 5. Wow.
No, it didn't.
But it's definitely your funniest of all time.
Funniest of all time.
No doubt. No doubt.
So at number 5, was a global smash. This movie was huge when it came out. Home Alone.
Oh, it's on my list. Yeah.
It's
on my list. It's on my list.
Like, that movie was huge. Like Macaulay Culkin, the new child star.
I love that movie. It's so good. It's on my list. Yeah.
I might watch it this year. Actually, it's probably been a good 10 years since I've watched it.
It's funny.
I saw Joe Pesci the other day. He's old, man.
Well,
I don't know why I had to say that, but
because when you mention, it's just fun to say Joe Pesci. That's why you mentioned it. Pesci. Moving on.
Pesci. All right.
Next.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Lethal Weapon.
Oh, nice. Okay.
A movie by a guy called
Strong.
Shane Black.
Strong.
He wrote. I think he wrote that. He didn't direct it, but he comes up again. Actually, Shane Black.
Okay.
2 movies, same guy in my top 5.
He's obviously a Christmas. Maybe I need to speak to this Mr. Black. Maybe he can turn me around.
Number 3.
Yeah.
I think is it the newest one? Maybe it's the newest.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
One of my all-time favorite actors.
Come on.
Hugh Grant comes in.
It's on the list. It's on the
Love
list.
Actually.
Yes, it's on my list. Yep. It's on my list.
It's a very good movie.
It's the best. How many times have just you and I together watched Love Actually? Let alone how many times have we watched it? How many times have you and I watched it together? Many.
Hugh Grantathons.
Hugh Grantathons. Listeners, and together with our really good mates, Nigel and Bree, we used to get together and have these Hugh-a-thons and just watch Hugh Grant movies.
I don't know what it is about Hugh Grant. He's just likable, I think.
And every movie he's in, I love it. So, Notting Hill, About a Boy, big fan.
He's very much in the same genre of Jason Bateman. Like, they make movies, you kind of just want to watch them.
Kind of want to watch them, can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Do no wrong.
Love Actually was 3. Number 2
is
Die Hard.
Number 2 is Die Hard.
Number 2 is Die Hard.
Okay.
I love Die Hard so much.
Seriously, I'm just going to say it right now. If you don't love Die Hard, I might need to punch you in the face. Because it's Bruce.
We should really start a petition for Bruce Willis to get a Best Actor award for Die Hard.
Dude, yes, it needs to be in the Hall of Fame of greatest movies of all time. That's all you have to say. All you have to say is Die Hard. That's it. Nothing more. And you should just.
Yeah. John McClane.
John McClane. Come on. Yes. And I don't even like action movies and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm just like, but it's Die Hard. Yeah. But it's Die Hard.
We're going to get those Die Hard t-shirts, dude.
Come on. Can we please?
Like, if it's something like with Bruce Willis, like with a gun in his hand, swinging on a pole or something, with Die Hard written on it, I reckon I would buy that straight away.
I want a t-shirt that says, I love Bruce. How about that? I heart BW.
Bruce Wayne. Now, number one.
Yeah, come on.
Number 1 could possibly be my favorite movie of all time as well.
Ooh. That's a big statement.
I just really like it.
Yes.
I like the vibe this guy makes in movies. So Shane Black, the guy who wrote Lethal Weapon, he made a movie called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh!
Love that movie.
Love that movie. I've forgotten a lot of it. Yeah, right.
But I remember watching that movie for the first time and going, oh my God, what did I just watch? That was so good.
Yeah.
It's just got, you know, when you watch something and something just has this vibe to it. The guy, that Shane Black dude, he's like, you know, when you watch Lethal Weapon, it's got that Lethal Weapon vibe about it. I can't explain it. But that Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is an epic movie. And I think my number 1 Christmas movie of all time.
That's really good, man. That's really good. You've done your research. You've been, I think, fair. And you've been, wise.
Do you like that list?
I really like that list. And mine is not dissimilar. Mine is not dissimilar at all.
So you had Home Alone?
this might be like a bit boring now because it's very, very similar. So my number 5, you know what? It was kind of hard to rank these, but I just had to it's like ranking your children. It's very hard. But so number 5 for me, I doubt that you'd be familiar with this movie. This is a movie I watched so much as a child. It stars Judy Garland, and it's a movie called Meet Me in St. Louis, and it's actually my favorite. It's actually my favorite. Do you know that movie?
I did see it on my research, but it wasn't because I've never seen it.
Yeah, that is one of my all-time, like for you, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and Meet Me in St. Louis is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just, you would probably watch it and go, what is this? What is this? Because it's a very classic, it's very old, but it's just classic Judy. So, yeah, Judy Garland fans know that movie well, and yeah, it's highly respected. So, Meet Me in St. Louis. Number 4 was Home Alone. Come on, McCulkin. Like
Macaulay, he was like the biggest thing in the world at one stage.
Did I just say McCulkin? I just said McCulkin. Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, I said McCulkin.
Macaulay McCulkin.
Macaulay McCulkin. Such a good actor.
Good on McCulkin.
Oh, McCulkin. I heart McCulkin.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin.
Dude, it's like I'm stressed. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin. He was so cute. Kevin was so cute. How can you leave a kid at home?
Can you just pause there for 2 seconds? You watched Kaminsky Method season 2, yeah?
Yes.
6 Cents kid. Yeah.
Oh.
What happened to that guy?
I don't know what to say.
You have to be honest.
Well, I will honestly say he's now a Scientologist in the Kaminsky Method. That's as honest as I'm going to get there.
Okay.
Moving on. Number 3, Elf. I mean, I could not have a list and not have Elf. You know,
it's funny.
Anyone that's going to eat maple syrup on their spaghetti, like anyone that fights Santa in a department store is just up there for me. Respect. WF.
Yeah.
Just, that is gold. That movie is just gold. Number 2, Love Actually. I never watched that movie and not want to watch it to the end. I never watched that movie and go, I'm bored of this. I never watched that movie and not feel like I want to hug someone. I just want to love everybody. Love Actually. It hits such a great note of so many different emotions, and they're all done so well. Like, they handle death well. They handle love, obviously, well. They handle, things like grief, like when the guy has an affair and, whatever. So they hit all those, like, really deep emotions really well, but it's funny. Yeah. I don't know how they do all of that, and, like, it's really quite a sensitive movie. Like, even that iconic scene where he's not saying anything, he's got the sheets, and he's, that iconic with the bride. And yeah, I mean, it's just done so well. It's just done so well. And it's funny, but there's part of you that goes, I'm going to cry. This is amazing. How am I sad and loving this all at the same time? I think that's pretty clever. So yeah, Love Actually, iconic. And my number 1's Die Hard.
Your number 1 is Die Hard.
No, explain! Come on! What is even Die Hard? What? You know how we've often talked about sequels.
Yeah.
3 are awesome as well.
How many did we count last time? It's like 5.
4? Is there 5? Oh, okay.
I think so.
After.
They kind of went overboard in the end.
But again, do no wrong, Bruce. So They can make 10 as far as I'm concerned.
I just love how they just try and string out all these shows now. It's so
Cage.
funny. Well, no, the latest one, Last Blood. Not First Blood, but Last Blood. Sylvester Stallone. And you're like, Rambo. You're Rambo. I'm going to tell you, John Rambo, you are way too old for this movie.
I love which one did I love? Rambo 3, I think. That was cool.
Was it when he was in Vietnam?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I loved that. That was so cool. Yeah.
He's not an action movie fan. Die Hard, Rambo 3. Just punching him out.
No, but okay, so 80s action movies were very different to action movies now. Now they're just too loud and there's too much going on. And I want to go like this. I need sunglasses. It's too much.
Can I tell you how much I was a massive fan of 80s and 90s action movies? And then I just lost interest.
Yes.
I'm like, after that, I'm like, they've gone somewhere else.
They've gone, well, you know what I also love? 80s and I'd say it's probably more 80s martial arts. Come on. No retreat, no surrender.
I've got.
I love those movies. Steven Seagal, come on, that
No
guy.
Retreat, No Surrender is such a bad movie.
Yeah, but I love it. I love bad movies so much.
Van Damme is a bad guy.
But they're definitely movies that you had to watch then. Like, you know, like sometimes Matt tries to get me to watch, or vice versa, movies that I really liked back then, and you watch it for the first time in this day and age, and you go, "What am I watching? What is this?" But if you've got that emotional connection, you're like, "What are you talking about, man? This is amazing."
This is the weird dichotomy of Purple Rain. Purple Rain is like one of the best albums ever. It's probably the shittest movie of all time.
Watch your mouth. You watch your mouth.
It is so bad.
It's so bad.
Have you watched it as an adult?
Dude, of course I have. It's Purple Rain. It's one of my top. Purple Rain is one of my top 5 albums of all time.
Oh,
but I think I can tolerate the movie because of the music.
Right.
And it's Prince, so he can do no wrong either. It's like I don't care. I don't care that you're at a lake of Minnetonka.
Lake Minnetonka. I'm sorry, but is he acting? What is he doing in that movie?
Who cares? I don't care. It's Prince. I don't care. He could ride around on a unicycle in a clown suit, and I'd be like, cool. You're Prince. You can.
Do you know what what's his racial background, Prince?
African American.
African American. Straight up African American, is he?
I don't know, but he's definitely got the blood. Are you looking it up?
Yeah. Was Prince mixed race? Well, it's got a picture of Bruno Mars. Prince. Both his parents were light-skinned African Americans.
Right.
And all his grandparents were from Louisiana. Okay. So, yeah, he's black.
I don't like talking about Prince. It makes me so super sad.
He died pretty young, yeah? How old was he?
It makes me really sad, dude.
You don't know him?
No, I don't, but he was a phenomenal artist.
He's only 16 years older than you when he died.
Thanks, man. That's really encouraging. Oh. Oh.
Prince.
I love him.
So that's the top 5. Christmas.
We went to that concert, hey?
Yeah, I got to see him once live. That was amazing.
Yeah, I saw him also in
I
saw him in 92? 92 or 93. Yeah, I did.
Did he do Bat Dance? Was Bat Dance at that one?
I don't know if he did Bat Dance, but it was promoting Diamonds and Pearls.
Oh, that was a good song. Good. Was it an album, Diamonds and Pearls?
Yeah.
Was that when he was still Prince, or had he transitioned to a symbol?
He was a symbol.
It was a symbol.
He was the artist formerly known as, yeah.
There you go. It's so sad that he had to do that.
See? Feels. See, you're getting sad now.
No, I'm not sad. I'm like, it's a bit unfair.
No, totally. I love him.
That's life. And I'm Darren Hinch.
You're Jason Clare, actually.
It's weird that we used to have shows like that on TV.
There's still shows are like that. We just don't watch TV.
Are there? Yeah. I came up with this really bizarre thought last night. I'm like, you know what? It's a very, some might call it selfish way of thinking, but I think I've got to a stage where all I'm really going to pay any attention to is my family and not worry about the external world.
Again, I don't think it's selfish. I think it's intelligent. Because really, I think you get to an age where you go, okay, my life's running out. I don't have as long as I want. So I have to make sure, well, you don't have to make sure, but I want to make sure for my life that like every day is valuable and cherished. And there's a lot of people out there who are just mean and they're not nice and they don't bring value to your life. So you're like, why would I waste my time? And I used to, because like I used to be a full-on people pleaser. So I was always doing things, crossing my boundaries for other people just so I would be liked. But I realize that about myself now. And I'm like, well, that can't be the motivation. If people are going to turn on you, they're going to turn on you. No matter how.
Is it better to be respected or liked?
Respected all the way.
Yeah, I know.
The way. All the way. Because if you've got someone's respect, I think that's so much more concrete than being liked. If you're liked, that's kind of you don't know which way they're going to swing because it's very.
And obviously the golden area is liked and respected.
Oh, that's a sweet spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like and respect you, man.
I don't like the opposite of that.
Oh, it's brutal, man. It's brutal.
Yeah. Dislike, disrespect.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, there are a few people fall into that category though.
Yeah.
Hitler.
Well.
That was an easy one.
That was an easy one.
I could just push him in, like just kick him in.
Yeah.
He's a really interesting. I like what do you call them? Dilemmas, ethical dilemmas. And if someone said to you, you could take a time machine, go back in time, and shoot baby Hitler, would
That's
you
a
do
philosophical. Well, no, I wouldn't, because if he was a baby, I'm going back in time, so I know. Well, no, I wouldn't, because Christians can't murder, so no.
So you allow 8 million Jews to get killed?
Hey, I'm not allowing it. That's on him. That's not me. That's not me. That's on him. Would you?
I still can't believe that. Actually happened.
Oh, isn't it? Like, I feel like I'm missing something, like, because Matt's a real history buff and he's across all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm missing something. Like, where were the police? Like, why wasn't he arrested? Like, I know that sounds really dumb and really juvenile, but I try to get my head around it. I'm like, but why was there no authorities intervening?
I still don't get why, like, on the, how on these social justice gradings of how people are underprivileged and all that kind of stuff, I still don't get why the Jewish people aren't still way up at the top.
Yeah,
They've been
right.
they've been the most hard done by
Yep.
group, and it wasn't even that long ago.
God's people have been the most persecuted of all time.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's intense. Like
Yep.
70 years ago, 80 years ago, not that long ago.
Crazy when you put it like that. It's not that long ago. It's really not.
People had only started eating breakfast.
What? What are you talking about?
Did you know, like, breakfast is like a fairly new thing?
Is it?
Yeah, it's not that old as a concept.
Okay. Why? When did it come in? Like with cereal or something?
No. Mr. Kellogg.
Mr. Kellogg.
When did people start eating breakfast? And this will have to be the end of our conversation. 17th century, a little bit before.
17th century. But how do they know?
When did most people?
That's a very useless fact. Thank you. I don't know
Well, it's still weird that only 300 years ago they were just starting to eat breakfast, but for all those millions of years before, no who needs breakfast?
We don't know that to be true.
That's true.
Who was the guy? Who was the historian that wrote, "We eat breakfast at 7 a.m."
The Romans didn't eat breakfast.
Do you eat breakfast?
I stopped eating breakfast.
My breakfast is coffee.
I'm trying intermittent fasting where you slop that one out. Don't need those. Don't need peanut butter toast.
Oh, so
need
good.
a black coffee.
Yeah, that's good. Awesome.
I'm going to try and stop drinking coffee too because I think it's bad.
Well, I can't have that conversation, and I'm not ready for that.
You know it's bad for you, right?
No, it's not.
It is.
Coffee in excess is bad.
How many coffees do you drink a day?
If I had my way, 1,000, but I probably have 2.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I have 3 or 4.
Yeah, so good.
3 o'clock. It's gonna be a late night.
Yeah, but see, I can't drink coffee after 10:30 a.m. because my body doesn't detox it. My body doesn't detox it.
Just going to bed. I'm gonna have a little 10:30 p.m.
No, I wish.
No.
If I yes.
Get that at restaurants when like it's 10 o'clock. Oh, you want a coffee? I'm like, can you just F off?
Yeah. It's like, no, I'm not working night shift, man.
Yes. It's quite a bizarre thing, I find.
Yeah, it's weird.
Just bring me a green tea.
Green tea.
You know what I did? I'm going to leave on this note. I'm an idiot. I thought I had green tea in my, I got one of those keep cups, you know, those recycle cups, because I'm such a good human being. And they're actually really bad. You got to drink like 3,000 coffees just to make up for the carbon footprint of the production of it. It's really bad. Anyway, I thought I'd put green tea in there, and I was double bag it. I like to double bag my teas, get them nice and strong.
Double bagger.
And I left it at the table. I started to have a sip, let it cool down. Peppermint tea. Like really, really strong. And I'm like, I can't drink that shit. Put it down. Left it in my cup for like overnight.
Oh
I
God.
get it the next day. I'm trying to wash it. I'm pouring coffee. My coffee tastes like mint.
It's like embedded in the.
I can't get rid of it. It's like
the fibers of your cup.
Liquid Usher. It's just like gone into it, soaked in, and
you know what you should do?
peppermint
You know what
cup.
you should do if you ever do that again, like peppermint tea, cool it down, put it in the fridge, drink it later. It's bomb.
Oh,
Cold. It's good.
the only thing minty I like is toothpaste, and I don't like swallowing that shit.
Really? You don't like
Yeah.
mint?
No.
Minties?
The
Come
only
on,
chocolate. The only,
minties.
the only. Yeah, I do like minties. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Okay, won't. Secret.
The only chocolate and mint combination that I actually like are those dirty restaurant dinner mints. For some reason, I
Where
really.
did they go? Red Tulip. They don't make those anymore.
There's like really thin ones, like that little layer of. I
Yes.
see them go,
They are
so good.
lovely.
But any other thing like a Cadbury with mint chunks or some crap like that in there, get out.
What
It's like
about
pineapple.
what about a mint slice?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you really don't like mint, man.
I like minties. I like mint on its own.
The solo mint.
Yeah. Like, this packet of Eclipses,
Yeah.
the Eclipse, the sugar-free things. Like, I only found out that they give you diarrhea because I'm like, I like this mint. Oh,
It's excess. Too much. Too much of
Yeah.
anything's good.
I
You're
learned
supposed
that
to have
the hard way.
a mint. Just
Yeah,
savor
but
that.
I have like a disease where I need my jaw to move all the time.
It's called ADHD, man.
I think it's called an eating disorder, but I don't know.
Okay. Chew. Have chewy.
Yeah, that's really ugly.
Oh.
Don't you find chewing, like people who chew chewy, don't you find it like gross? Like someone's just there like right in front of your face, like, get out of my face, man. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, it's not my favourite.
Is that
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Can you please dispose of your chewy before the
Before we,
meeting?
yeah,
I
yeah,
think in the business world, if you come to a meeting with Chewy,
yeah,
you deserve to get like backhanded.
yeah, yeah. No, that's not okay. That's quite disrespectful, actually.
And on that note, it's time to go.
Enjoy your minties,
But-
man.
Hey, you know what? It's only, what's the date today? There's only 21 days to Christmas. Can't wait.
You enjoy that?
Are you doing anything for Christmas?
No.
Are you just
Can't
staying
do
in?
What to come home for Christmas, man? It's like
Are you
costs us
staying
like
in?
8 to 10 grand to get over there.
I'd get a DeLorean to come over, but it'd still be, it'd go back
You know
to its real time.
You sent me, if you sent me a DeLorean, that might pique my interest.
Sorry, dude. The problem with DeLoreans is they don't go forwards in time, so you can't come to Melbourne.
Oh, all right. Okay. Shame.
No, you can come whenever you like. Just
Yeah.
take the RAV and bring
All
the
right.
kids.
Yes.
Because I'll
I'll
love that with no DVD.
Yeah. Across the Nullarbor. Amazing.
They'll turn into new people by the time you get over here. Desensitized and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what the world is.
Oh.
That's what it would be. All right, dude. Until
See you
next week.
then. Bye. See ya.